Here it goes. Ilia Topuria fires back at Charles Oliveira earlier this week. During a highly anticipated pay-per-view event, former lightweight champion Charles Oliveira made a bold and confident statement, claiming that he could knock out Ilia Topuria if they ever faced off in the octagon. Oliveira, known for his explosive striking and elite submission game, expressed belief in his ability to put Topuria away. However, Ilia was not one to stay silent when challenged. The featherweight champion immediately responded with a fiery message that sent shockwaves through the MMA community. Ilia didn't hold back in his response, taking to social media to shut down Olive's claim with some hard facts. He wrote, "Charles, it's better if you stay quiet. You have 10 losses. 5 by knockout, 4 by submission, and 1 by decision. You are the contender while I am the champion, the father of the entire division. I haven't come here to ask for anything. Here I am, the one in charge." The message was direct, brutally honest, and filled with the confidence that has made Topuria one of the most dominant fighters in the sport today. Topuria's words quickly gained attention, with fans and analysts discussing whether Oliveira's experience and skill set could truly pose a threat to him. While Oliveira has fought and defeated some of the best names in the lightweight division, including Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje, and Michael Chandler, his track record also includes several losses, something Topuria was quick to highlight. The featherweight champion clearly sees himself as superior, emphasizing that while Oliveira is merely a contender, he is the king of his division. With both fighters being known for their aggressive styles, the idea of a matchup between them is undeniably exciting. Fans are now left wondering, will this rivalry escalate into an actual fight? Could Oliveira move down to featherweight to challenge Topuria, or is Ilia considering a move up to lightweight to solidify his dominance across multiple divisions? One thing is certain: the tension between these two is heating up, and the MMA world will be watching closely to see if this war of words turns into a war in the octagon. Moving on to the second news, Kevin Holland defeated Gunnar Nelson via unanimous decision in what turned out to be an intense back-and-forth battle inside the octagon. Nelson, known for his slick grappling and calm demeanor, came in with a solid game plan, but Holland's superior reach, striking accuracy, and underrated grappling skills ultimately secured him the victory. Throughout the fight, both men had their moments, but it was Holland who did more damage and controlled key moments, leaving no doubt in the judges' eyes, as all three scored the bout in his favor. Following the fight, reactions poured in from all corners of the MMA world. Former UFC light heavyweight champion Jamal Hill reacted to Holland's victory with a simple yet supportive message saying, "Good dub, blunt bro." Meanwhile, Henry Cejudo, never one to hold back his thoughts, questioned the judge's decision, tweeting, "How did all three judges give round 2 to Nelson?" adding a face-palm emoji to express his disbelief. Welterweight contender Gilbert Burns also weighed in, giving Holland credit where it was due. He praised his performance, saying, "Man, Kevin Holland is so freaking long, and an underrated grappler. He should stay at 170 in." Burns's statement highlighted what many fans and analysts have been noticing: Holland's ability to mix his striking with an improving ground game is making him a real threat in the welterweight division. Other fighters also had something to say about the fight. Terrence McKenna kept his reaction short and sweet, simply writing, "Yes." Meanwhile, Wee Buckley had a bit more to say, acknowledging Holland's win but suggesting he could have done even better. He commented, "Needed that W for Kev, but you could have put Gunnar down. Congrats though, feels good." As for Holland himself, he had a lot to reflect on after the fight. Speaking in his post-fight interview, he admitted, "I mean, it was back and forth. So back and forth that I can't say I'm just totally happy with the performance. I'm just happy to get a win." He continued explaining the toll the fight took on him, saying, "I fought with more energy, but I'm spent back here. Yeah, it was a fun fight. An interesting fight. It definitely took a lot out of your boy." He went on to acknowledge that there's still room for improvement, adding, "I've got to work a little harder, get in better shape, I guess. I showed the division I grapple a little better than they think. Just can't fight guys that are like 40 lbs heavier than me and try to grapple with them. That's not always smart. Looking ahead, Holland is focused on building momentum, stating, "Yeah, just getting more wins. Just getting more wins would be exciting. You know, just staying after it and building a win streak would be very, very good for me." With this victory, Holland continues to Octagon. He's been an incredible champion, but he needs to hurry up with this fight, simple as that, or retire. Ariel Helwani had previously reported that Jones requested 6 months to prepare for Aspinall. Given Jones's long history at light heavyweight, some argue that he may need extra time to fully adjust to the heavyweight division. However, Bisping strongly disagreed, stating that 2 months should be enough for a fighter of Jones's caliber to prepare for Aspinall. With the heavyweight division stuck in a state of uncertainty, the pressure is mounting on Jon Jones. Will he finally step up and defend his title, or will he be forced to vacate the belt? Fans are eagerly waiting for an answer. Next up, Sean Brady defeated Leon Edwards via guillotine choke in the 4th round. This shocking victory sent waves through the MMA world as Brady put on an impressive performance against the former welterweight champion. Throughout the fight, UFC welterweight champion Belal Muhammad was trash-talking Leon Edwards, taking every opportunity to mock him. He first wrote, "Everyone has an off night when the bully is in front of them. What time is it in London?" referencing Lyon's time zone in a clear dig at the former champ. Before the 4th round started, he continued his taunt, saying, "Leon's going to need a big motivational speech this round." Then after Brady secured the submission victory, Bal fired off one last jab, writing, "Sean copied my homework, headshot, dead," a direct reference to Lyon's famous knockout over Kamaru Usman. Belal didn't stop there. He reposted a comment from March 19th where he had predicted this exact outcome. His original statement read, "This guy's full of excuses, that's why Brady will beat him. I predict once Brady gets him down 2 or 3 times, he'll find a submission. Because Leon's weak mentally, and he'll have flashbacks from what I did to him." Following Brady's win, a fan named Eli wrote, "Bully always right," giving credit to Bal's foresight. As expected, reactions flooded social media. Buckley congratulated Brady and suggested a potential fight, saying, "Congrats, Sean, if Osman don't want no smoke. What you think about Brady Bunch versus Buck?" Meanwhile, top welterweight Gilbert Burns kept it simple, praising Brady by saying, "Great win by Sean Brady." MMA veteran Stephen Wonderboy Thompson was also impressed, tweeting, "Wow, the relentless grappling of Brady is unreal, congrats." Other notable reactions included Ellen Joan, who wrote, "That was impressive," and Kevin Iole, who called it one of the best performances he's seen in a long time. Even Henry Tajudo weighed in, offering a potential next opponent for Brady. Sean Brady should fight Shavkat Rakhmonov next. A clash between the two elite grapplers would undoubtedly be a must-watch fight. After the fight, Brady himself reflected on his victory, revealing the personal challenges he overcame leading up to the fight. "To be honest, I literally took this fight the day I got out of the hospital with my wife and our newborn baby. I knew this was a fight I could do. I know I can do that against anybody in the division. I just showed that against one of the most prestigious champions as of recently. So yeah, I think I belong in the top 3, top 1 for sure." With this massive victory, Sean Brady has firmly cemented himself as one of the top welterweights in the UFC. The question now is, what's next for him? Now let's move to another piece of news. Ilia Topuria and Khamzat Chimaev were spotted in Guram Kutaladzi's corner at UFC London. The event has just wrapped up, and here's your full MMA recap. Fans were in for an exciting night, as the London crowd brought their usual energy, creating an electric atmosphere inside the arena. Fighters and fans alike were hyped for the action-packed card, and some big names were in attendance to support their teammates. Tom Aspinall, who was Octagon side, urged fans to be part of the event, saying, "Make sure you tune in as well, it's going to be a good night." The excitement was shared by Paddy Pimble, who expressed his emotions while watching the fights unfold. "I'm sad watching the UFC, can't wait for my teammates to come out and put on a show. Let's do this," he said. Nathan and Molly were also present, soaking in the atmosphere. Nathan hyped up the event, saying, "Here we are, UFC London, kind of the odd guard. Check it all out on ESPN, we are live for UFC Monday." One of the biggest stories of the night was the presence of Ilia Topuria and Khamzat Chimaev in the corner of Kutaladze. Alongside them was Ilia's brother Alexandre Topuria, forming a powerful trio to support their teammate in his battle inside the cage. Their presence alone generated a lot of buzz, as both Topuria and Chimaev are considered among the most dangerous rising stars in the UFC. However, despite having such elite support in his corner, Gam faced a tough challenge, and unfortunately, lost to Kawhi Fernandez via unanimous decision. It was a hard foe.